Here, thank you. All right. Our valedictorian this year is Stevie Pugh. Unfortunately, Stevie had a last-minute commitment that prevented her from being here today, but I did want to recognize her because obviously it's a great honor to be at the top of your class. So instead, we're going to introduce our first keynote speaker. Brian Perry is a husband and father of 7 children. He owns his own successful painting business and has been coaching soccer for over 2 decades. He has completed 8 Spartan trifecta races, a Spartan Ultra, and has been on numerous podcasts. And he talks about the difficulty of doing hard things in life, raising children to stand out in a chaotic world. Ladies and gentlemen, you're in for a treat. Please join me in welcoming Brian Perry.
Well, graduates, it's an exciting day. 25 years ago today, I was graduating just like you are. To be honest, I have no idea who spoke at my graduation or what they talked about, so since I don't remember anything about my graduation, I'm going to assume you probably won't remember this, which is probably a good thing because I'll probably mess up. So when I was asked to do this, I was pretty honored. I felt, well, somebody thinks at least something special about me because they're asking me to get up here and talk, but then I found out there were probably about 10 people who were asked to speak before me, and I figured I was their last choice, so you're kind of stuck with me, so sorry about that. But seriously, when I was asked, I thought, why would I do this? I've actually never spoken in public before. I figure I'm probably going to mess up. Don't worry, you'll see it. And if I'm going to mess up, why would I get up here and do this? I mean, I'm nervous, and I was like, why not do the easy thing, move on with my life, and just go to work like I do every other day? But as you have probably seen, the topic that I'm talking about here is doing hard things. So figured I'd go ahead and get up here and give you guys a speech. Do the hard thing for me. Now, the hard thing for you guys may be something different. Maybe it is speaking in public. Maybe it's testing yourself physically and doing something really, really difficult. And as I found out yesterday, maybe the hard thing is driving your friend's 12-year-old son down to Tennessee so he can see his mom one last time before she passes away. But if you remember one thing from my speech today, remember this. If you do hard things, life will be easy. If you only do easy things, life will be hard. But society constantly tells us to seek out more comfort. Get that bigger house or that nicer car. Park inside the garage so you're never too hot or too cold. And when you come home from work or after school, just sit down on the couch, relax. Take it easy, get ready for the next day. But we rarely link our comfort-driven lifestyle to the rise in obesity and mental illness. And once we're caught in that cycle, we think that more comfort is the cure, but it's not. Growth happens when you lean into discomfort. When your mind is focused on challenge instead of ease, you begin to thrive. You realize your mental health improved, not because you were comfortable, but because you were pushing yourself. And more often than not, your physical health follows. So a few years ago, I was invited to do one of those races she talked about here. And as we're going in this race, and so we're on our first lap. They stagger start times, and my buddy and I are on our first lap, and we're going with a guy on his second lap. And now imagine, we're covered head to toe in mud and sweat and a little bit of blood, probably. And so we're doing this race, we're talking to this guy, and it was my first race. So I still remember this guy's face, and this guy was done. I mean, he was doing everything he could do to put one foot in front of the other, to keep moving. And my buddy says something along the lines of, you could be sitting at home on the couch watching TV. And a loser might think, that sounds pretty good. I mean, who signs up for a race like this? But a winner understands what they've accomplished just to get to that point. See, even if you fall short of your goal, the cost of doing nothing is far greater than the struggle of trying. So I want to give you 3 simple things you guys can remember as you move on into your life to help you in this process. The first is to pre-decide. Decide in advance that you're going to do the hard thing. Pack your gym bag the night before you're going to go work out. Sign up for that race before you've even started training for it. Buy the healthy food early. Sign up for that class you know you need to take, or get that book you know you need to read. Commit before you're ready. Because if you start to prepare before you commit, it'll be easy to find excuses to give up. Number 2 is to become obsessed with your goal. When you're truly obsessed, the hard things get easier because you're focused on the end result. See, most people quit when it hurts. Obsessed people keep going because they know the pain means progress. And number 3, understand it's not about motivation. It's about discipline. You only need motivation to start. Discipline keeps you going. If you only act when you feel like it, you will never build anything that lasts. Success belongs to those that show up regardless of how they feel. Now, I'm sure all the adults out here can verify this, but you're never going to look back on your life and remember the days that you maybe woke up late, sat around watching TV all day, and then got plenty of sleep. No. You're going to look back and remember those days that you did something really hard and the amazing feeling you felt afterwards. See, I could stand up here for an entire hour, give you all the best quotes I've come across. I gave you one. There'll be one more here. And I could tell you stories about how I've done difficult things and the benefits that I've gotten from doing those, but none of that matters. It might give you just a little bit of motivation. The only way for you to understand the benefits of doing hard things is real life experience. See, some people become addicted to doing the hard things because of the growth that they got from pushing through. Now, I'm going to assume that all of you graduates, you're not looking forward to the future and think, I want to grow old, not really accomplish anything in my life, because when I have the opportunity to do the hard thing, I'm always going to take the easy way out. No. So whatever path your life takes you on, be sure to do hard things. Don't wait. The time to commit is right now. So you're graduating. Some of you may be going off to college. You might think, well, I'm going to take it easy this summer. Once I get to college, get comfortable, then I'll start doing the hard thing. Or you may be going to work, whether it's the same job you've had or starting a new job now that you've graduated, and you think, I'm going to get comfortable in my job, then I'll start doing hard things. Guys, it doesn't work that way. Constant comfort leads to chronic dissatisfaction. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian. Very, very wise words.